Long ago, when only the stars lit the sky, there lived a peasant woman and her 2 children. Talnim, the older brother, was a wise and responsible son. Hanim, the younger sister, had an innocent and trusting heart. They lived on a high mountain, and every day their mother would walk down the mountain and sell rice cakes to the village below. One day, while returning home from the village, a fierce tiger stopped the mother in her path.
"I'm starving. Give me a rice cake and I'll spare you."
Shivering with fear, the mother gave him the best rice cake from her basket and continued on her path. On the next hill, the tiger reappeared in front of the mother.
"One rice cake only made me hungrier. Give me 2 rice cakes and I'll spare you."
Reluctantly, the mother gave him more rice cakes from her basket and continued on her path. However, the tiger kept reappearing on each hill, hungrier than ever for rice cakes, and soon the mother's basket was empty.
"Please spare me!"
Pleaded the mother.
"My children are waiting for me at home!"
At the thought of eating 3 people for dinner, the tiger devoured the mother, leaving no trace of her except her clothes. The hungry tiger knew that Hanim and Talnim would be waiting for their mother's return, so he disguised himself in the mother's clothes and set off for their house. As the night grew dark and the stars spilled through the skies, Hanim and Talnim grew worried about their mother until they heard a voice from outside.
"Hanim? Darnim? Don't you hear my voice? It's your mother. Open the door."
Hanim was so relieved that she thought the voice was her mother's and ran to open the door. But Talnim stopped her, noticing how his mother's voice sounded strange, and refused to open the door. The tiger growled as his stomach roared with hunger. Quickly, he covered his paws with white rice cake powder and poked his fingers through the door.
"Hanim? Darnim? Don't you see my hands? It's your mother. Open the door."
But as Talnim peeked through a gap in the door, he gasped. "A tiger is outside our door, not our mother. Quick, climb up the tree." Growling with impatience, the tiger ran into the house and saw the children in the tree. The tiger tried to climb up the tree but kept falling to the ground. After many tries, he asked,
"Children, how did you climb up the tree?"
"We put sesame oil on our hands," Talnim replied. The tiger went to the kitchen and poured sesame oil on his paws. But when he tried to climb the tree, he kept slipping. The children laughed, and Hanim cried,
"What a silly tiger! He should use an axe to climb the tree."
Overhearing Hanim, the tiger grabbed an axe, using it to make notches and climb the tree. Shivering with fear, Hanim turned to the heavens and began to pray.
"Heaven! If my brother and I are pure of heart, send us a strong rope. If we are not, send us down a rotten rope."
Suddenly, a strong rope tumbled from the sky, and the children climbed up and up into the heavens. The tiger saw the children in the sky and also prayed.
"Heaven! Send me a rope too so I can finally eat the children."
Soon, a rotten rope tumbled from the sky, and the tiger began to climb up and up into the heavens. However, the rotten rope unraveled and frayed, and the tiger plummeted from the sky into a field, his blood staining the crops red.
"Ah!"
In heaven, Hanim, whose heart was full of light, became the sun, and Talnim, who braved the night, became the moon. And every day and night, the sister and brother cast the world with their brilliant light.